For me personally, this was very important to take part here because it's a different perspective. It is actually the ideas coming from the refugees themselves. As the name of the project says, the refugees' ideas and the solutions based on the ideas the refugees themselves have. This is very important to be taken into account.
That refugees are speaking for themselves. Refugees are talking about the issues that they're facing and also coming up with ideas and how they can address these issues and challenges.
This time we want to let the refugees talk about their own problems, what they need, and how can they solve their problems.
It's necessary that we have to arrive our voice, our immigrant voice in European Union.
It's important and necessary to establish refugees as a political force, and I think for this it is really crucial to also organize on a European level in order to make refugees' political demands heard and their concerns heard.
So I believe that RISE is going to be different, and RISE approach should also be different to make sure that refugees don't only come and tell their stories or what they're facing, but also they get in return something which will help them to enact their needs, to implement a real solution.
But in order to make the voice of the refugees heard and later the challenges that needs to be mentioned, and that the policymakers especially, and then at the EU level and the national level needs to take care of that.
It's very important that especially for refugees, that they have to have networking with original people that living in that country, and they have to networking with all refugees in Europe.
Focus on point of network should be the removing a prejudice and empowering the refugees who's living for long times here in EU. So for me, I think it's very important, and it's good to know no one cannot understand the problems of a refugee better than themselves.
We actually come from different countries in the third world, and today we turn ourselves to the point that we need to support those who are suffering in their country as well, I mentioned, and I believe we can find the solution.
The network's message are that they want to give the voice to refugees themselves to find the idea and solution for Europe, which I think is the most strongest way to promote and make protection for refugees themselves, because refugees themselves are those who know better how their conditions are look like and how the current European policy are affecting their daily life.
So RISE is really welcome. It's an emerging network, if I can say it, that refugees will really trust in the future if RISE is able to make a difference than what had been happening on the ground or what existed on the ground already.
It is a great step to be taken forward so that others in other countries could start up holding or initiating such projects, so that refugees could come into the picture and be a part of the community.
What that means to me is that I'm learning a lot from this project. I'm learning how to help, and we will help each other in each country in building a network.
These kinds of activities and political demands can be much more effective if they're networked on a European level, if there's networks of organizations of people engaged in these kinds of activities that can actually work together on a European level.
It means so much to me to be productive member of the community. We as refugees want citizens of the hosting countries to know that we can be a change and we can be a positive member of the community too.